He's created women to be an object of beauty, and He's made men to appreciate that beauty. Okay? To appreciate, and not just physical beauty, but what He calls here an internal beauty. Right? He says not with the external adornments, but with the internal, imperishable quality of a gentle and quiet spirit. Okay? And so there's a beauty there that God says is beautiful. He calls it precious in His sight. And Jesus, talking to the church in Revelation, to the church in Laodicea, he advises them. He's like, buy gold from me, buy clothes from me, get these adornments from me, so that you really will be dressed up, so that you really will have some beauty, okay, on you. Buy it from me. And He's telling the ladies basically the same thing. Your adornment shouldn't be merely external, braiding the hair, wearing gold jewelry, putting on dresses, but let it be the hidden person of the heart with the imperishable qualities of gentle and quiet spirit, because it's beautiful. Because it's lovely. That attitude is so attractive. And when a woman has that attitude of submission and following, it is so attractive. And not when she's weak. I'm not talking about some weak-willed gal that just, she just thinks nothing of herself and she's a doormat and so forth. But when you actually have confidence in your life, when you actually know that you're a daughter of the Most High, when you actually know who you are and what you're about, and you choose to submit, when you choose to humble yourself, it's absolutely stunning. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay, next. Provide and steward. Oh, that's awesome. Genesis 3:19. Talking about provide now. It says, by the sweat of your brow, this is God speaking to Adam. By the sweat of your brow, you will eat food until you return to the ground, since from it you were taken. For from dust you are, to dust you will return. By the sweat of your brow, Adam, you're going to eat food. You're going to eat because you work. That's what he says in James. If you don't work, you don't eat. By the sweat of your brow, Adam, you're going to have to work. And the result of that work is going to be food. You're going to have provision. It says in 1 Timothy 5:8, if anyone does not provide for his relatives, and especially for his immediate family, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. He puts responsibility on the man to provide. It's interesting here, he says especially for his immediate family. Especially for his immediate family. But also for his relatives. Right? Our call to provide is extended even from our immediate family to help those who are our relatives that are in need. Okay, he's talking specifically like you have a mom or a dad or someone that's sick or infirm and they need help and so forth. Right? So you provide for your own and for your own household. Same in Genesis 2. The man was given the command. The man was given the command to tend, keep the garden. Now, this isn't to say that the woman isn't allowed to contribute to the provision of the home, or that she shouldn't provision the wealth in the home, but the responsibility for it belongs to the man. Okay, remember, he can delegate authority, but he can't abdicate responsibility. He's going to be responsible not to her, but to the Lord. He said he's denied the faith and is worse than an infidel. His responsibility is to the Lord for providing for his family. So we call on our wives sometime. We'll talk about that. And there's lots of ways that wives help in the finances of the home. Right? It's not, men, the wife steal. I don't want to give the wrong picture here, okay? But it is the responsibility of the man. Now, what's important here to see as well is that the nature of provision, the man is called to provide for his family's needs. Okay? His family's needs. And we get all kinds of things thrown on us in society that we have to have in order to be okay, like keeping up with the Joneses, right? Like if we don't get the American dream, we don't own our own house, you're not doing a good job, If you're not sending your kids to college and paying for their school, you're not doing a good job. The world puts these things on us, right? I'm just putting it out there right now. I'm not paying for any of my kids' college. Okay? I but I may help them. But I don't feel like I have to. Okay? I'm not going to take that on because the world said, you've got to do that and make that a burden on me. Because that's not a burden that's easy and light. It's from Jesus. Okay? That's a standard of this world. Now, I'll take care of my kids. I'll provide for my kids. I'll help my kids and do everything I can. But I'm not going to take the standards of the world and say, these are their needs. So as providers, we are called to provide for needs, not wants, and not the stuff the world puts on us. All right, that's important.
Every kid here just got short change.
Well, guys, I got 8 kids.
No, I got 2 boys.
It's a mathematical impossibility.
Israel's blessing.
You know what, actually, statistically, a lot of kids that their parents pay for the school, they flunk out the first 2 years and they're just partying.
Yes.
They don't take it seriously, they're not ready, they don't know what it costs.
Dave Ramsey talks about it a lot too. A lot of times the student loans are used for a higher standard of living. They're out eating out with the student loan money and instead of cash flowing.
Well, that whole system's broken. I'm not good at it. I'm not going to go there. Thank you. All right. The man is provided for his family's needs. Okay, so the scripture talks about the needs of the family. Talks about like a roof over their heads, kind of a place to live. Nutritious food to eat. Right. You haven't quite done your job if you're eating McDonald's every day. Okay? There's a manner of provision. You want to provide something nutritious for your kids to eat, but it doesn't have to be filet mignon. Dude, you talk about beans and rice. In me, it was lentils. I hate lentils. My mom fed us lentils. It's nutritious. It's good. It's nasty, but it's good for you. I would not have sold my birthright for lentils. No. So roof over their heads, nutritious food to eat, clothes to wear, and an Xbox. That's it. That's really all you have to do. Yeah, just the basics. We must embrace the frugality required to be good providers and teach our families to value what they have. Because godliness with contentment is great gain. See, the eye is not satisfied with seeing. And if you just feed your kids or your family, whatever, you want that, okay, we'll get you that, and I'll work hard to get you that. You're setting them up to never be satisfied. Ever. Teach them godliness with contentment. It's a part of our job as a provider. It's a part of our job as a provider because there's a perceived need that you have to meet. That's number 2, steward. I don't know if you guys have noticed the pattern, but we usually talk about the guys first. We have a second. There's a fantastic passage I want to read tonight with you from Proverbs 31. Have you all heard the Proverbs 31 woman? You ever heard that? My mom wrote a song about it. Huh? Oh, she wrote a song about it. And I used to love to hear her sing it. And it was so pretty. It was like, an excellent wife, who can find? So she wrote this song about it. Well, an excellent wife in Hebrew actually means a soldier wife. Okay? It's eshet chayil. Okay? Chayil is the same word for a soldier. It is a mighty wife. Okay? It's a power wife. That's what this excellent woman is from Proverbs 31. And I want you to open it up because I want you guys to read it with me tonight. And I'm just going to go around the room for people that have Bibles, and everybody's going to take a verse. It's a little bit of a lengthy passage. I want to just read it to you. So let's go with the gals. We'll have the gals read this. Nicole, why don't you read verses 10 through 13? Yeah.
A wife of noble character who can find, she is worth far more than rubies. Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. She selects wool and flax and works with great hands, with eager hands.
Okay, Teresa, can you read 14 through 17?
She is like the ships of the merchant. She brings her food from afar. She rises while it is yet night, provides food for her household, portions for her maidens. She considers a field and buys it with the fruit of her hands. She plants a vineyard. She dresses herself with strength and makes her eyes.
Good. Can we do 18, 20, 21?
She sees that her trading is profitable and the lamp does not go out at night. In her hand she holds the distaff and grasps the spindle of her fingers. She opens her arms to the poor and extends her hands to the needy. When it snows, she has enough beer for her household, for all of them are clothed in scarlet.
Good. Bianca, can you do 22 through 25?
Proverbs, right?
Yeah, Proverbs
Okay.
31, 22 through 25.
She makes her own bedspread. She dresses and finds her with gowns. Her husband is well known at the city gates. He sits the others in the theaters. She makes lovely linen garments and such. She sells to the merchants. She is clothed in strength and dignity. She laughs without fear in the future.
Okay, Bianca. Lane, can you read 26 through 28?
She speaks with wisdom and faithful instruction is on her tongue. She watches over the affairs of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children rise and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praises her.
And can you finish that?
Coaster. Many women do noble things, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceptive, beauty is fleeting. But a woman who fears the Lord is to his praise. Give her the reward she has earned, and let the words bring her praise at the city gate. Her works, sorry.
Yeah. That's some lady, huh? I love verse 30. It says, charm is deceitful and beauty is vain. The two major things that the world today tries to say is the value of a woman is charm and beauty, right? I mean, I don't know why women buy those magazines. That would be just depressing for me. I would never buy a magazine with like all good-looking guys with lots of hair. I just wouldn't do it. Charm is deceitful and beauty is vain. Lord just set you free from all that stuff, all that standard of the world. You don't have to live in that, right? Charm is deceitful and beauty is vain. But a woman who fears the Lord, she shall be praised. I love what her husband says to her at the end. He says, many daughters have done nobly, but you excel them all. That's the response that comes out of his heart, to see the way that she is stewarding their home. And her children too. Her children rise up and call her blessed.